Hello, hello, all you wonderful, beautiful people. Let's see, hopefully I've got the volume settings set appropriately, and you can hear our lovely voices and see our lovely face on this, the night of Vampire the Masquerade V5 Savage City, Episode 6.
The monumental episode 6.
Is that monumental? Is that...
No, not at all.
Mazzy, Yusuf, good evening, you wonderful people. Alright.
This time we're only 25 minutes late.
Yeah, well, you know, Discord just likes to give us the finger, man. I wish I knew how to get rid of that crap ahead of time. Anai, hello. Anyway, I will launch in to the recap, so indeed we can get this gothic blood opera started, and you guys can, I don't know, shove something up somebody's ass or tear somebody's nuts off. Previously on Savage City, missing homeless people, prostitute named Skylar, Annabelle's touchstone might die. We're on episode 6. It's all on the YouTube, people. While Raphael was at the Baltimore mission seeking assistance with his little nephew Carlito, the mission came under attack by the Second Inquisition. The timely arrival of both El Fuego and a Gangrel war pack allowed the vampires to escape without casualty, but not unscathed. El Fuego is badly wounded by incendiary rounds, and El Raphael's beast roils within him as his blood supply dwindles dangerously low. Both now stalk the streets for the sustenance to sate their demons. Exactly what tipped off the hunters to the Baltimore mission is as of yet unknown, and El Fuego and Raphael were both propositioned to actually join the Gangrel, which your characters were considering. Raphael for perhaps the ability to help with Carlito's upkeep, and El Fuego for just the opportunity to do some good. What you didn't receive an address to meet them so much as you got directions. South on Fairfield Avenue, son of a bitch. Turn right on the dirt road. Continue into the field. Meanwhile, Kalishnikov flushed the Tetris theme into a wall of urinals to summon his Nosferatu informant. He traded a major boon for a lead on the Anarch April, child of the rogue Gangrel Donovan, and his services for leaking information to the Second Inquisition at a later date. Kalishnikov was given the address of the site of the old Anarch rants, hoping to find a lead that will lead to April. Everybody but Chaz is frozen. That is terrible. Hang on.
Oh yeah, that is.
Okay.
I just thought that was just X.
You know what? I know what caused that. For some reason, if I have OBS like first on the stack of programs I'm running, everybody freezes. If I run Discord, it looks like everybody runs normally. So I have to remember to keep Discord up. It might let me do Roll20 so I can look at dice rolls occasionally, but we'll keep that to a minimum. Anyway, Kalishnikov, the address you received was 606 East Potapsco Avenue.
Look at you, so bad.
Yusuf, we love you. And Anabelle hunts for a suitable vessel for Primogen Aiden Brock in exchange for some career investment. Her last offering was thoroughly rejected. And with that, we continue. It is currently Thursday night, and we will start with Kalishnikov. Kalishnikov, you have just left your informant behind at the McDonald's, where you quite literally flushed him out of the sewers. What will you do, friend?
So I was told where to find or information on Donovan, right?
So, you're looking for Donovan because Donovan was a part of the old guard of Clan Gangrel before they took over, back when the Venture were in charge. Unfortunately, the current prince sort of has a hate boner for him, so he's laying low at the moment. You need to figure out a way to get to him. Isaac, your Nosferatu informant, told you that he had a child in the Anarchs by the name of April. Because the Anarchs are also on the outs with the ruling regime, she's sort of off the radar as well. What he gave you was the address where they used to hold the old Anarch grants. And hopefully you can dig up some leads.
Well, I don't know about going to Leeds, but I'll go to this address, 606.
Okay.
It's much closer than Leeds.
So when you arrive at 606, you are greeted by what you might agree is a deliciously ironic sight.
Courthouse.
It is called Survivor's Sports Bar, and it is very much closed down. So Survivor's Sports Bar is a squat 2-story building, whitewashed, floor to roof. Every door and window that you can see approaching from the front is boarded up with sheets of plywood, and the only indication that a business ever even existed here in the first place is a depressingly small sign with a cartoon palm tree and Survivor Sports Bar written in some sort of luau front. On the second floor, there's a small suite that sort of sits above the bar proper, and you can see that the windows of the suite are both open and dark.
Is there an alleyway between this place and another building?
Yes. It's situated by itself, and it seems to have a back lot, so you can go around either side. By the way, if you look this place up on Google Maps, it is a real fucking place. I didn't make this up, and I took one look at this motherfucker, and I was like, yeah, vampire shit happens there. I don't even give a shit that that's not real.
Totally not drug dealing.
I assume if anything, it's probably a hobo squat.
Same shit.
Crust-punk squat, Anarch squat.
Oh,
What's the
yeah, the
difference?
fucking crush punch. I knew some people that did that back in the day.
What if you found punk rockers and made them more obnoxious?
Fucking Liberty Spikes. There's always someone at a concert wearing them.
There was somebody at Ghost Tech who had Liberty Spikes.
Yeah.
Didn't Joe used to have Liberty Spikes for a while?
I have no idea.
Like, I think he told me a story once of going to see Offspring at Warped Tour, and he had, like, a pink fucking spike mohawk.
And I wouldn't put it past them.
So, yes, there are two... Son of a bitch! I was gonna, like, I need to silence this. And then I was like, oh god, I need to... Fuck off, Bixby. Nobody likes you.
True, nobody likes you, Bixby.
Is somebody trying to log into the Google account?
I'm not.
I keep getting login codes for the Google account, but like in Spanish. So we might have to change a password or two.
Sweet. Finally.
So Capcom Spanish. Capcom says Spanish versions.
So what do you do, Kolizhnikov? And I really need to figure out why you motherfuckers are still flickering. I don't know what would cause that.
How thin are the alleyways?
Reasonable distance. You could probably put 3 people abreast if you were of a mind to.
Okay. That means I can't
Castlevania wall jump or wall hop.
Well, I might be able to do that, but I don't know how well that would work in my favor.
You really don't.
Now, if I had those gravity boots, that never fucking worked. Okay. The sports bar, it probably has multiple. It has to have a fire exit.
Is it part of the bar make the music? No.
Well, clearly this puzzle's too hard. You should burn the building down.
Do it in honor of Bob. He would do it if he were here.
I haven't even checked if the doors are locked.
Well, again, the doors approaching from the front, the doors and windows are boarded up with like these long sheets of plywood. And they're quite deliberately sized, too. It's not like they took a bunch of scraps and nailed them up. There's a sheet of plywood the exact size of the door covering the door. There's a sheet of plywood the exact size of the window blocking the window. But again...
Yeah, but where's the fire exit that I asked about?
So are you going to travel around behind the building?
Cautiously now.
Okay, what do you mean by cautiously? Do you want to try sneaking? Do you want to try being
I'm gonna like
alert?
keep to the walls.
Okay. So you keep to the walls as you slink around, and there's this sort of wide back lot. Just dirt and like a dumpster that looks out over to the adjacent street. As you peer around the corner, there does appear to be a rear entrance that is not boarded up. The rear of the building is significantly dirtier and yellowed with grime that runs down the walls in these pyramid-like tendrils. And it does, judging by some scuff marks around the edges, it looks like the rear door was forced recently, and we fucking lost Xavier.
I thought it was me.
It's okay.
I
We can still see everybody technically, but everybody has to be Anabelle until he gets back.
Yay.
I have all the characters now. This is my campaign.
No, all the characters are you.
This is a hostile takeover.
I was the Spanish Inquisition the whole time, taking over Capcom from the inside. Coterie now.
I am the Coterie. Anyway, everybody just focus on the big static picture of Ike Joey, and we will, hopefully Xavier will be back soon.
I guess I'll continue. Are there any windows on the side of the building?
Doesn't look like it.
All right, let's have fun with this. Is there anything that might like had an awning at one point in the front of the the bar?
No. As I said, if you look it up on Google Maps, it's a real place. Though the front is pretty.
I'm not gonna look it up on
down.
Google Maps.
Yeah, I don't blame you. It's a sad looking place. The only thing that even, like I said, lets you know there was ever a business here at one point is this tiny little sign up the size of a picture frame. So not quite any awnings.
I'm not saying there's an awning now, but something that they might have held an awning.
No.
And what's the building next to it?
So the bar itself sort of extends a little bit to the side, and then there's a gap, and it's another squat one-story building that sits next to it.
Well,
I think there's like a tax office or something next to it.
and what time of night is it? I don't remember that one.
I believe when last we left off it was about 7:30 at night.
They might still be open then. I don't like these tax office.
Capitalist constructs.
Totally. All right. I don't want to go the road most traveled. So,
Germany. That's it.
Yeah.
there's the fucker. I want to look for a way to get on one of the other 2 buildings next to this one.
If you were athletic enough, it does stand to reason that you probably could just make a running leap for it.
I have 2 dots of athletics and 3 dots in strength, and I'm a vampire.
Okay. I will actually absolutely let you make a roll for it if you want. What disciplines do you have? I think it was Dominate, Fortitude, and Obfuscate.
Fortitude, Presence, and Obfuscate.
Aha, close. I will let you make a roll for it at a Strength Athletics Diff 4. And I'll remind you that if you would like to, you can rouse the blood to add another... What's your blood potency right now?
Default.
So,
1.
I think you can rouse the blood for an extra 1d10 right now.
4 successes, you say?
Yes.
I can't spend willpower for an automatic success.
No, but you can. After you roll, you can spend a willpower to re-roll 3 of them. Also, I currently have you at Hunger 2.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do the roll without rousing the blood.
Alright. Go ahead and roll it. And we, just to save some time, we'll do what Xavier suggested, and the last dice on your roll on roll 20 will be the hunger dice. Unless you're using physical
roll
dice.
20. I'm not using roll 20. I'm using physical now.
Okay. Then your hunger dice or whatever you want them to be.
Okay, it's gonna be that one right there.
Gotcha.
All of them.
Alright. So I'm gonna be spending that willpower.
Okay, you can re-roll 3 non-hunger dice.
Alright. That's how many I need. No, I'm sorry, I need 2 more actually. Well, I need 2 successes. I got 2. Bottom line.
Yes, you can just choose to re-roll 2 that failed.
Well, I'm gonna roll all 3.
Please do.
It's the normal difficulty, right? 6?
Yes, it's always 6 in D5.
5 successes then.
Kick ass. All right. So you actually succeed with a considerable margin. Not only... Bless you, my darling. Not only
thank
do
you.
you kick off... I love you too, Tom. Not only do you kick off the ground and scramble up the side of the wall, but you do so silently as a shadow. Not nary a mouse hears you scale the wall as you find yourself on the roof of the adjacent building, and you survey the land around you like a hawk. The night is so far quiet.
Ah, yes, like a Russian cat. Meow.
I don't think we've bequeathed the lovely audience with the Scottish cat meme yet.
I love the Scottish cat.
It has to come up naturally, though.
Yeah.
Someday you guys will hear about it. When Xavier decides to, pay attention.
I'm not paying attention.
I feel like a Russian cat would be like, meow.
That is exactly what I just said. Yeah.
Meow.
Are you in the chat, Cosmic? What sound do cats make in Russia?
What does a cat say in Russian?
I mean, that's a literal question. The onomatopoeia is different in different countries.
It
I'm
goes
aware,
bark.
but I like the idea that it's like, what does it say in Russian?
Cat goes bark in Russian.
They're just
Put down the nuggers!
They're saluting like that one bird that saluted Putin.
Yeah.
Greetings, comrade.
Alright. Now, meow, comrade, meow. Alright, so is there any, just debris or garbage on this roof?
Sure. Well, we'll make it interesting. Yeah, there's probably a couple scraps of wood and plastic bottles, beer cans.
All right, scrap of wood. That's all I needed.
You got it.
What I'm going to do is make a running leap perpendicular to the building, using the plank of wood to hook into the open window and pivot myself in.
You know what? That just sounds fucking awesome. I won't even make you roll for it. So
Woo!
you fucking flying leap off the adjacent roof while the Russian national anthem plays in the background. Twist in the air, hook yourself onto one of the windows, and pull yourself through. So you can see.
That is some crazy upper body strength.
It absolutely is, but you're a vampire. Those muscles don't get tired. So you pull yourself through the window, and the top floor is just covered in trash. There's this stink of like old stale booze, and there's beer cans, and there's trash, and maybe like a torn up sleeping bag. Against one corner of the room, there's this old sofa that at one point might have been pretty nice, but because of the open windows is now covered in bird crap.
It's a good thing I don't breathe.
And to your left, you do see a door that would appear to lead downstairs.
Well, I'm absolutely surveying everything in this room first before going downstairs.
Just picking everything up with a pair of tweezers and looking at it.
Doing the video game thing where I pick it up, look at it for a bit, and put it back exactly where it was because they don't want to model something different.
Except you're doing it on purpose.
Alright, so you begin to inspect the upper floor. While we do that, let's start first with El Fuego. Now, I believe it was El Fuego who left the congregation of Gangrel before Raphael. So, you are pretty deeply wounded. I think you had 5 ag.
5 out of 6, yep.
Now, the good news is ag is not as bad as it used to be to heal, but it's still not fun. I believe it takes 3 rouse checks to heal 1 point of ag, and you could do 1 a night.
The one combat was fun while it lasted. Alright, well, like I said, El Fuego is going to do some hunting, but he is going to try 2 birds with 1 stone.
Excellent, excellent. What's
I wish to increase my celerity, so I need to find somebody with the choleric blood.
Okay. So, how do you do that? El Fuego, thinking like a vampire, thinking like a predator, thinking like someone who routinely stalks the night. He needs choleric blood. So, scared, angry, envious, just hopped up.
Ha!
Well, El Fuego is going to look for either the back alleys where the people dealing the drugs or doing the drugs or listening for anybody who's in the middle of a fight.
Okay.
Listening for anybody yelling at their spouse or their partner.
Interesting. So, you're actually pretty close, because you were at the Baltimore mission. You're pretty close to where your domain is. Why don't you give me... Does El Fuego have any dots in survival?
No. He does have 2 dots in streetwise, though.
Okay.
Yo.
We'll go with that. Why don't you give me a wit streetwise roll, and we'll see how many successes you get.
Okay. 4 successes.
4 successes. Okay, so I tell you what. You guys have been given the Inner Harbor as your domain. You, having prowled around, having cased the domain a bit, you know that there's a particular pier where drug deals tend to go down. So you start heading in that direction. And by the time you reach there, you do see a figure. You can't quite make out their details yet. Gray hoodie, hood pulled up over their head. But they do seem to be standing on this particular pier and waiting.
Well, Fuego's also going to put his hood up then.
Okay. You put your hood up, looking exceptionally sketchy.
Having scouted the area before, do I know if there's any sort of coded language that these people use to signify that they're looking to buy something that I might have overheard?
I don't know if it would be anything more advanced than you holding, or, you know...
Like, if there's any specific thing to ask for, you don't have to give me what it would be, just if it is. If exists such a thing.
I don't think so, honestly.
You cop?
You
I think this is the kind of business that most of the people hear about through the grapevine, and they know who to go to for what they're looking for, and they know what they're looking for.
Well, then El Fuego's going to approach this man. He's going to say, I hear you have what I am looking for.
So this person sort of turns. Yeah? I might got something. What is your particular flavor?
The white stuff.
Semen?
The powder, not the other thing.
Yeah. I got some. How much you looking for?
I am a big man, so I am looking for enough.
Enough. He sort of eyes you up and down. $30, my friend. I'll take you to the moon.
I'd like to see it first.
Reaches in the hoodie, pulls out a bit bigger than a dime bag, a fairly sized bag of what looks to be... You've spent some time around the cartels, you've kicked some ass. It at least looks like they know what they're doing with this stuff. Now, that's not exactly the kind of thing that can be discerned necessarily from looking, but the appearances are favorable.
As soon as I see it, I'm going to kind of grab his wrist and turn it over and kind of squeeze his hand until he drops it.
He chose the bad.
Hey, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? He'll drop it.
And I'm gonna kind of put my hand on his face.
Okay, as you do that, you can see he's reaching for some sort of weapon.
Well, I'm gonna let go of the hand I'm kind of holding him by the mouth, holding hand. I'm gonna let go of that hand and try to grab
Hand
his grabbing
holding?
first.
The Ludus Act.
You're gonna grab his weapon before he can?
Yes.
Okay. You have celerity?
Yes, I have rapid reflexes, and I'm hoping to get the second dot.
Okay, good enough. Let's call this dexterity awareness, because you're trying to find the weapon and reach for it and yank it before he can.
Dexterity alertness,
Yep.
and I'm assuming I add my celerity dot to that.
That's not quite what rapid reflexes does.
Okay.
I'm just taking the dint of the fact that you have super speed into account.
Okay. Dexterity alertness?
Yes.
Is that on the sheet?
I'm sorry, I meant awareness. My bad.
Dexterity awareness, okay.
Mea culpa, friend, mea culpa.
2 successes, one of them a 10.
Ooh, perfect. So again, 10s don't do anything particular on their own. When you get 2 of them, they're worth 4.
Okay.
Yeah, he reaches for the gun, and then you just fucking eyes blink down for a second, snatch it, and you're holding a fucking Glock in your hand, and he's
Glock and Spiel.
What are you doing with this instrument? Were you trying to threaten me with it? I come from Mexico. A man has tried to kill me with an accordion.
Oh, we're gonna have to roleplay that scene at some point. Why don't you give me a manipulation intimidation roll?
Oh boy, I have that.
I assume El Fuego has to have like 7 of that or something.
Oh, only 4. I'm not very charismatic. But I do have 2 dots. That is 3 successes.
3 successes. So what he thought was a routine deal ended up him becoming manhandled by a very large Mexican man. He is now disarmed, and you are still very large. So I think this guy, this scrawny little dude, probably a low-level dealer, is probably panicking a little bit.
His blood resonance has now changed.
Yes. That
Well,
is absolutely a thing that happens. Your resonance is in tune with your mood.
Well, all I needed was fear, right?
Yes. Now,
As I'm kind of holding them.
For the record, a dyscrasia, which gives you actual benefits or extra XP towards a discipline, that's something different. That's something that has to be done over a set amount of time, but you have sufficiently changed his resonance to choleric.
As I'm kind of holding him by the mouth, and I'm kind of grabbing his wrist again, I'm going to kind of point with my finger to the cocaine. I'm going to be like, do you know what that does back where I come from? Well, 2 communities, families destroyed to get that crossed over here.
He mumbles something to your gigantic palm, but his eyes are still huge. Like the way you're talking very calmly, it looks like it's freaking him out more than anything, and he's just expecting to end up in the back of a van.
But here's the thing. I'm certain you have your reasons why you're doing this. Perhaps this is the only way you can make money. I understand. Things are difficult in this world. However, know that I cannot allow you to continue to do this. So understand this is the last time you are ever going to try to sell this to anyone.
He'll try to nod. It doesn't quite look right when the way you're grabbing him, but it's like
And then I'm going to sink my teeth into him.
Yeah, absolutely. So he'll start for a second as you lunge forward. You bite down into his neck, and all of a sudden you feel his body like stiffen and go slack as he gives in to the ecstasy of the vampire's bite.
Oh.
All right. So how do I track blood now that I'm actually taking it from somebody?
Okay, so there's actually different, I guess, ways to feed, different ways to determine how much blood you want to take. You can take 2 points of blood from him if you actually, give a shit about his well-being. Or you can take 2 rouse, 2 hunger levels worth of blood. That is the terminology I'm looking for. Daestra! How's it going, Daestra? You can take 2 hunger levels worth of blood from him if you actually care about his well-being and you take the time to feed carefully and lick it shut and you're not doing too much damage. You can take...
Lick.
You can take 3 levels of blood from him if you don't give a fuck and you're kind of tearing into him, and then his life is kind of on the line. Whatever happens, happens.
Higgins, I'll acknowledge you.
HiggensBiggens, how's it going, Higgins? Now, the only way to reduce yourself below 1 hunger is to drain him completely.
I'm going to take those 2 rouse checks from him. So how does that work?
Nothing. So El Fuego drinks slowly, carefully. He is certain to place his fangs in a place that's not going to do too much damage. He'll sort of feel woozy afterwards. Maybe not all there, like the worst kind of blackout drunk. But again, you can't go below 1. I currently have you at hunger 2, so you can knock 1 off.
Can I also take off a hunger aggravated health level?
I tell you what. Why don't you give me your 3 rouse checks to heal it right now? I'll let you take off a health level, and we'll say that you were spending the blood to heal as you walked over to the Inner Harbor.
Okay, so I roll 3 at a diff 6 or what?
Yes. It's always a diff 6, and if it's 6 or above, nothing.
That's 2 successes.
Okay. Well, it's not really a succeed-fail kind of thing. It happens regardless, but your hunger is going to go up to 3, which you can then take your 2 blood points from this guy. he'll go home shaken, scared, maybe having a nightmare of a large Mexican man that brought him a night of untold passions after scaring the shit out of him.
It happens.
But no worse for the wear. Yeah, remove a level of ag, and you are at 1 hunger.
Yay. Awesome. And then, so at the end of the session, I can then spend the XP to up my celerity.
That's how that works, buddy.
All right, learning the mechanics. I'm also going to check to see if he has any drug money on him. Well, I'm going to take whatever coke he had on him, throw it into the harbor.
Okay, yeah, he's
Remember that?
a
Bishop
little bit
guy?
stacked. So he's got a couple grams of weed. He's got a couple baggies of coke. Couple rocks of heroin. So you're rifling through a couple pockets. He probably had like one of those like fisherman vests that just drugs everywhere. You check his shoes.
Drugs everywhere.
Fuego's not a total narc. He's going to throw out everything but the marijuana.
Okay. This is clearly for medicinal purposes. You let him keep the weed.
I'm like, this isn't going to hurt anyone.
All right, so you stuff the couple grams back in his pocket. All the other drugs, plunk, 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 plunk. I'm sure that's great for the local wildlife, but it won't trickle into the communities. Drug money. Does he have drug money on him? Probably. Let's say he's got about $200 on him.
I'll leave him 20. He can keep $20. I'm taking 180.
Okay, cool. You pocket that. Your buddy was being interviewed by Diane Sawyer and got a visit from Sasha Vikos. How poorly did that interview go?
I know not what these names you speak of are. And I'm okay.
Diane Sawyer, the primetime television interviewer, I believe. And let's see, the Glock. I'm going to go ahead and keep that on me for now.
Sure. I mean, it's probably not registered, but you
Even
don't know
better.
its history. It may or may not be hot or dirty or whatever the street lingo is for a bad gun.
I was thinking I could give it to somebody.
gun. Here.
But the only people that would need a gun would be Anabelle Ahagao, and I don't trust her with the gun. And then I'm certain Kalishnikov already has a gun, so actually, yeah, I throw the gun too.
Vasil! Hello,
Holy
Vasil, you
shit.
wonderful, beautiful person, you. We give our
Good
best to
morning.
Nelly as well. Oh, Josh,
Ooh.
so
Yes.
Vasil sent me a submission from the RPG Imaginarium. Remind me to forward that to you.
Oh, okay. I will be looking forward to reading them, Vasil. But yeah, thinking about it, I tossed the gun too. It's not like I need it.
Okay, so just plunk into the harbor.
Yep.
There's got to be a small armory at the bottom of the Baltimore harbor at this point.
Yeah, every time El Fuego stops a drug dealer, he takes all their stuff into the harbor. At this point, it's kind of piling up to the top.
Is this a land bridge now?
Land bridge of guns, of illegal guns.
Have
Holy
been drugs?
But
There's
everybody's
an
too
urban
afraid.
legend of just Coke Mountain somewhere under the wave.
Everyone's too afraid to take it because they remember the man.
There's a man who put it there for a reason.
You know what, Vasil? Best thing to do, email it to me, chazlabelle@yahoo.com, exactly the way my name is spelled there, and I'll forward it to Josh. Alright, so you disarm this guy, you throw his supply into the harbor. You might have killed this guy when the suppliers come looking for their stuff, but that's a problem for tomorrow's El Fuego. What do you do once the deed is done?
I don't know. I probably need to find somebody. I'm gonna. We're nearby Spanish Town, right?
Sure.
I still have.
How close is Spanish Town to the Inner Harbor?
What?
How close is Spanish Town to the Inner Harbor? Pretty distance.
Okay.
That's my favorite unit.
Pretty far out, man.
Well, I'm probably going to use my newfound cash to take a cab there then. Hopefully it's Kane's going to drive me there.
To California.
Okay, you hop a cab to Spanish Town. What is
Yeah,
your...
I'm still... Cool, I'm still on the look. El Fuego's still on the prowl on whoever's Spanish Town.
You know what? Because... Actually, I have an idea. I have on the spot come up with what I think is a... I'm basically pulling Storyteller's Fiat. Because you consumed the residence now, and the power is in the blood, I will actually let you spend the XP for your second level of celerity right this second while you are in game.
Yay. 2 levels of celerity.
If you have enough, if not, you can up.
No, I do. I have 13 XP.
Okay.
That is how the Josh do.
That is how he does.
Alright. So you flag down a cab, you climb in, and you are whisked away into the night. Towards Spanish Town, towards your gym, towards Raphael's haven, towards the site of the disappearances. Speaking of Raphael, you have walked away from the coalition of Gangrel as well. You can hear the screech of fire engines as they begin to gather around the burning mission. The site has attracted a good number of looky-loos, just devastated, sad-looking homeless people as they watch their small sliver of hope go up in flames. Now, they're not entirely destitute. There's more than one mission in Baltimore, but these places are usually already filled to the brim, and there's not a lot of happiness in the street right now.
Needs Gabriel.
Your hunger is currently at 3, so you can feel the beast roiling up just a bit. Those darker urges in the back of your mind seep to the fore just a tiny bit more. The man in you is quite strong enough, quite still resilient enough to force it back. But its shadow looms over you like a funeral pall. What is Raphael gonna do? Can you hear me, Xavier?
I'm gonna get this.
Aha! Gotcha. His mic went down. What the fuck,
perfect.
Discord? Why you don't like us?
You sound with you, Xavier. I know you've seen the silent voice.
Oh, there goes Xavier.
No wonder he didn't mention me telling him to not eat the nuggers.
He did shake his hand at you. By the way, nuggers, N-U-G-G-E-R, as in chicken nuggers. Lest anybody think we said otherwise.
I mean, yeah.
How about now?
I think that went.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I
Yeah.
can hear you.
Alright. Oh, I went a whole hour being mute.
So much gold lost.
No.
I mean, I wasn't saying much anyways. I didn't want to detract from the scene.
No.
Anyways, as I was saying, I'm probably gonna go hunting.
Alright. So,
Just
let's get into this a little bit, because V5 does make the blood you hunger for so much more robust. What do you think is Raphael's favorite flavor? Or does he look for a specific
Mexican.
I mean, that very well may be.
Freedom pie.
Again,
I mean,
usually
are
it's
they,
the kind
is
of
their blood
emotion.
spicier?
Usually it's the kind of emotion that influences things. You have the siren feeding type, which probably means that Raphael, I would imagine, enjoys more sanguine or perhaps choleric flavors, but it is entirely up to you.
I mean, it's usually sanguine, right? But that's only on women.
What are you trying to say?
So, true story. Raphael Rosales has the siren feeding type, which means that he usually feeds during sex. And there was about a good minute, wasn't there, where you almost took the flaw vegan?
Oh yeah. I'll just...
Vegan, in terms of V5, means you only feed on animals.
That would have been a very well, quote unquote, interesting character.
Somebody's making that gangrel tonight, I guarantee it.
Just oh boy, vegan siren. All right, so I can go hit up clubs and hit up women, or I can go beat up men. You know what? Let's go beat up some men.
I mean, you could also go beat up women.
I know I could, but
Boy colonies.
I was going to say he could hit up men and beat up women. Some parts of society will judge him for that, but at least he's gender equal.
I mean, the fact that they're not judging me for what I'm doing now. I am not a egalitarian. At least Raphael is not.
So who are you talking to?
Alright, so you want to go beat up men. You're like, and maybe that's your decision, maybe that's the beast's decision, but the darker urges are definitely starting to meld. So, who you gonna go looking for to beat up?
I'm gonna go see who's starting shit in my neighborhood.
Will
Oh, am I a Scot? What? Oh no, I'm not vegan. What?
You're gonna see who's starting shit in your neighborhood.
Yes.
So are you also going to Spanish Town, or is that just like a Fresh Prince reference?
Vasil, you are mistaken the Scots for the Welsh.
There we go. That's what threw me out. The Welsh have sex with animals.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can't have sex with Scottish.
I mean, allegedly. We have a lot of European viewers. Let's not alienate an entire country.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, all
If you're-
Europeans have sex with animals. There.
If you're Welsh in the chat, go ahead and type something up. We won't be able to read it.
Hold on, I think I can. Is that a word?
Oh yeah, that's Steve.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right. I mean, yeah. If Spanish Town is nearby, I
again,
know there's always young punks there.
probably a good distance. If the Baltimore mission is not terribly distant from the Inner Harbor, so you're probably gonna need to catch an Uber or something.
That's fine.
All right, you catch your Uber, you get off at Spanish Town. Now, what exactly is the plan? Because even in a bad neighborhood, there's not usually people just fist fighting in the middle of the street. So how do you?
So-
I think you haven't been to bad neighborhoods.
It's all good, Vasil. No
I
one's
used to live in the Devil's Triangle, dude. You know what? I was part of a fist fight at one point, but that was not in the street. That was in an apartment complex.
Oh, okay.
Chaz, you just need to go to Albuquerque downtown in the middle of the night, and you'll just see dudes without shirts fighting each other.
Really?
Yes.
You know what? I will give you a roll. How
What
about a
kind
wit
of roll?
streetwise at a diff 4 to be in the right place at the right time?
Oh boy, I see the successes.
Two
There's
successes.
Okay, so with only 2 successes on a diff 4, would you like to succeed at a cost?
If we can't trust Weird Al, who can we trust? I'm sad that the internet basically killed his career.
It's hard to do parody in this day and age.
When everything is parody. Don't want to succeed at a cost. Is it worth it? I'm just trying to eat, man. No.
What do you guys think is an interesting cost for Raphael to just stumble upon a fist fight happening in the street?
He literally stumbles into the fist fight as somebody's throwing a swing at him.
Well, his kid is in the middle of the fist fight.
His kid's like 7. Well, I guess he could be, but actually that is pretty interesting. But I don't think that's what I'm gonna go with. Him getting dragged into the fist fight is an option.
I mean,
Keanu Reeves is a saint, sir. How dare you?
I've
Who's
got
the
an
vampire?
idea.
Oh man, you start a fist fight, or you see like a fight start, you get involved. The one person's fucking John Wick.
He stumbles into a fist fight, but it quickly turns into a race riot.
Oh
No.
shit! Things went from 0 to 100 real fucking quick.
that's not worth feeding.
How
Not
about
a
this?
race-
Wait, which one?
You
How about he's getting...
You do find a fist fight. The fist fight, some sort of struggle going on between a man and a woman. And as you begin to approach, you realize that you actually know this woman. It is
And her
Veronica
ding-dong is
Taylor,
bigger than
your
yours.
spurned lover.
Oh.
The nun?
This dude's fighting a nun?
No, Veronica Taylor is somebody else from the relationship map. I really got to put that on our social media at some point. I keep forgetting.
Nah.
Then you know what? Yeah, I'll intervene.
Okay. So, yeah, you absolutely recognize Veronica. She looked like she maybe caught a shiner at some point in the fight, but she's a tough old gal. She's given as good as she's got.
I've
now-
trained her body.
I don't like
Now,
the way you
obvi-
said that.
Obviously, in the scuffle, they have not noticed you approach. So,
Superman punch.
what is a
Oh,
Superman?
the Roman Reigns signature move?
Superman punch is a running, jumping punch.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not telling you. I'm telling Chaz.
Okay. I'll tell you what. So, this is how surprise works in V5. Normally in combat, you would roll your pool against their defense pool. If you catch them by surprise, they don't get a defense pool. So they're just gonna take your fucking sucker punch without negating any of it.
You're gonna give this poor man egg damage.
Ooh,
Well-
I might kill this man.
Unless he's a fae.
It's up to you. Go for it. You want to run up and clock them? Give me a strength brawl.
It also would have been fun if he walked into a fist fight, but it was between two guru.
That's 4 successes.
4 successes. What is your strength?
My strength is I think it was 3. Yes.
Yo, we need to start a fucking Sonic fan art channel in the Discord.
Please don't.
I'm telling you, I would still love to do an RPG Imaginarium where it's just
The
fucking
OC.
Sonic OC. Yeah. Hey man, YouTube videos about Sonichu. They get views. All right, so you walk up, or you actually probably run up. Eventually, the sound of your footsteps begin to drown out and overpower the scuffle. They get faster and faster as you approach. The dude pushes Veronica away, turns towards you with a look of surprise, and just Lights fucking
What
out
the-
as he crumples like a bag of shit.
Now rip his testicles out.
No.
Xavier's
stop.
gonna slowly start building up a necklace of dry testicles.
Those are really big raisins.
Like from a distance, they look like Buddhist prayer beads, but
They're all just nuts.
You're taking No Nut November seriously.
Oh man, imagine what I'm gonna do for Destroy Your Dick December.
Dick Destruction December.
so as you sort of intervene, you see Veronica take a step back, like she's ready to take on another opponent, and then her eyes widen as she sees you.
And then you clock her.
I'll just be like,
Equality.
1 moment. And then
I didn't need your help,
And then
especially not you. What the hell are you even doing here?
I'm gonna suck the dude.
You're
I'm
gonna
gonna suck
suck
them
the
all.
dude right in front of this chick.
Yeah.
Suck him right off.
We missed you, asshole.
Okay, what are you going to do to make this not look like a tremendous masquerade breach?
Ghouler.
I actually enjoy the way that this is going. How are you going to make sure she's not going to get scared and run off in the meantime?
Rip her nuts off.
I was going to say, you could clock her too. It's an option.
I could clock her, but see, there's a chance I might kill her.
She's,
I mean, you ain't kill that dude.
Like I said, she's a tough gal. I mean, I'm not saying activate your potence, but she can probably take
What?
it.
Don't want to just snap her neck.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Oh.
you have presents.
I don't want to hit her. I might kill her.
I have daunt.
Put
I don't
that-
have awe.
Yeah, he can scare her away faster.
Or can I scare her enough that she won't move and she's shitting her pants?
Ooh.
That's the type of fear I want to
You
elicit.
really want to ghoul somebody right after they shit their pants.
Your pants will forever be shat. No,
How's your
every
manipulation
night.
intimidation?
how's my what?
How's your manipulation intimidation?
That's at a 2.
The pool is at a 2?
Yeah.
Chances aren't probably good. You know Victoria pretty well. You and she go way back. She's probably gonna bolt if she starts seeing some spooky shit. She's tough. She's not Van Helsing.
Alright.
Karate chopper. Vulcan nerve pinch.
Does that work?
No.
I'm sure if you squeeze hard enough, you can just.
There
You
are
know,
certain,
break her
there are
shoulder.
certain pressure points that you can hit that will render her unconscious.
No.
Do I have
It is
Bianca
not.
gun?
How's your medicine?
Nothing.
Just do the Dragon Ball Z thing where you just do like a quick karate chop to the neck and knock him out.
Yeah.
What, you break your neck?
Happen.
That's not how these things work.
I'm sorry, Tom. Are you a vampire?
No, I'm something better.
I mean, yeah. But you're not a vampire.
I mean, people don't believe us when we tell them that Tom is actually an Earthbound.
That's why we can't show him on camera. He's just a statue.
I mean, how many people have you been telling that to?
I mean, everyone on stream.
We're trying to build up your cult to get you faith.
But, you know, you're not showing your tits to kids, so it's really hard to get
We don't know if that would have worked.
We don't know. Alright, I'm gonna clock her really sharp in the jaw. Knock her ass out.
Okay.
I mean, with lethal body, you don't have to do ag damage. It's just an option.
Just a Rick. Oh!
That's a critical success. One of them on a bloody critical.
Ooh,
Did you get a bloody crit? Or no?
he messy crit this chick.
Ah, yes. Here's the best mechanic.
Well, I mean, it like you said, it is a positive roll. So I don't want to like necessarily make it a punishment. I want to make it something that adds to the drama, that adds to the story. Now, usually,
Yes, punching a man and then a woman is not dramatic enough.
We
Especially
need
when
more!
more drama. She has a baby.
The cops
No.
saw.
More drama!
I feel like if you hit somebody that hard, though, it's going to be like she's going to wake up and she's probably going to piss herself the moment she wakes up and sees you.
That, or I smack her so hard she has amnesia.
so as you're standing over the guy that you just knocked out, you see your spurned lover, and all of a sudden, just all this negative emotion and
spurned.
bullshit that you've been through, all these arguments. You're hungry. The beast is kicking at the cage bars. You just aren't fucking dealing with this, and you're just like, I don't have time for you right now. You reach out, and as you do, you feel the beast sort of seep in just a little harder than you intended. And you land one on her, and she goes flying back a couple feet. You think you might have broken her jaw.
Oh.
No, you just went full-blown Escanor on that woman.
Escanor is the best. Why should I hate them? I only feel pity.
I mean, I think I put a good picture in the Discord for what you should have done.
Oh, not
Everybody go to our Discord, link below.
If you're not part of our Discord, you miss out on the jokes. You should
the
be there.
sick memes.
Oh, wait. Can I do that? I cannot do that, actually. I lose,
You do it on your phone.
hang on.
Oh.
X went to the donut hole and disappeared.
My bad.
It's okay. Everything's fucked. There we go.
Where did you put it in the Discord?
Front lobby.
Oh, I don't see anything there yet.
Yep, nothing there.
It's under the deer ass.
The Deku.
Ah, okay.
Oh,
You fucking weebs.
That bear's tech is too strong.
Oh, dude, Daestra, don't even joke. That'd be fucking irritating.
I don't know. Well, that's up to you. You're a siren. She's your old lover, and she is an NPC of your creation. So I guess you kind of get to decide what she's into. Now, use this
It's
power
usually
with caution.
she likes it really rough, but it's just like, you don't understand. I can kill you.
I implore you to use this power with caution, because it probably means you've done it with her, and Raphael may or may not be into it also.
She just... Oh, you got...
Your joke cut off, buddy. I'm sorry.
Aw. Oh, well.
You are now in an alley with two unconscious people.
Just drain the other dude.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen.
Murder.
Mermaider.
The guilty can't go unpunished, Xavier.
It's true. This is punishment. Also, I could potentially level up a discipline. Do I want to right now, though?
It's 2018. Can we put the K back in thick?
But what if people start putting...
What are Raphael's convictions?
A lot.
Well, you only have one because you only have one touchstone.
Yeah. I always keep my word.
Always keep your word. Okay. I'll tell
I
you.
promise I will never hurt you.
This
He
guy,
remembers from years ago.
Just like, oh, son of a bitch.
this guy is definitely guilty. He does deserve punishment. You don't have any convictions that would necessarily drive you to kill him, so I will allow you to drain him if you want, and that will get rid of your hunger for the rest of the night. However, you will incur 1 stain on your humanity track.
No, I'll just take like 3.
Things.
Just leave him next to death.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you sort of, after you just clock Veronica and she's at the other side of the alley, you sort of grab this guy, tear into him, and you probably slice the jugular quite a bit as you're just digging in. You bite down several times, probably to try to find the best place, and you just take in this huge rush of blood into your mouth, and you may go down to hunger 1.
Yeah.
So I have you at 1 hunger right now.
Alright, so...
And you just sort of leave him to bleed out in the alley. Maybe you lick it shut just so it doesn't look quite vampiric, but you toss him aside into the trash, basically as this gentleman is.
Yay! No negative repercussion.
Remember, people, it's okay to be super shitty if the person is also super shitty. They don't deserve mercy. They're below human.
Well, then let's talk about this. Tom, do you think he deserves negative repercussions?
I did not say that.
It's just a trope.
He hasn't violated a chronicle tenant. He hasn't violated a conviction.
I mean, I violated maybe a law.
Okay, that's not what's important, X.
Oh, we're doing the gothic romantic.
Okay, but did I break the law? Because there's specifically not a law that says you cannot suck people's blood.
I think you
There's
committed
that
physical
vampire
assault.
law here in Texas.
I mean, yeah, but this ain't Texas. We're a long way from Texas.
We're a long way from Texas.
It could be argued that that he committed assault, which does go against the chronicle tenet of maintain the norms of a just society.
No, it would not be because I was punishing the wicked.
That's true too. So I, as the storyteller, do not see fit to give him any stains for his action. Now, if anybody else would like to make a case, you have that in your power. But I don't think he deserves any stains for this.
Alright, now what to do with the woman?
Woman?
You're gonna have to give her some of your blood.
Bleh.
Blood.
I can.
Now,
Yes.
I will warn you.
What's it smell?
Ghouling somebody does not violate any chronicle tenets, but it is an automatic 2 stains.
Why?
Because you're making somebody an addict. Ghouls have a shithouse existence, dude. You're basically inflicting Stockholm Syndrome upon them. It's kind of a bad thing to do to people. But yes, by the rules of the V5 core book, ghouling someone is an automatic 2 stains. Plus...
Wait, so what's the point of that, what's the point of that, that presence power then?
Lingering Kiss?
Yeah.
Lingering Kiss doesn't ghoul them, it just makes them want to come back for more.
Ooh.
But they
So
still...
it-
Huh?
So it wouldn't ghoul them?
No. They basically become a blood doll.
Oh.
But
What's
they
the
they still maintain their own life, they still maintain their own free will. When you ghoul somebody, that's all gone. All they really want to do is serve you. If you ghoul this woman, her priorities go out the window, her dreams go out the window. You haven't played Bloodlines yet. You haven't met Heather. Heather can get pretty fucking desperate sometimes. She'll drop out of college, she will give you her last fucking dime. If you keep her
I mean,
long
to be
enough-
fair, that's just what some people do.
Yeah, that is. But she would not have done it otherwise. That's the point. So, you are basically, if you were to ghoul this woman, you are creating someone both with Stockholm Syndrome and a hopeless fucking addict. Now, 2 stains might not be so bad. You make the roll and maybe nothing happens. Maybe you lose a dot.
Yep, therein lies the problem. I'm not going to risk it. I'll just leave her here to die.
No negative repercussion.
You did break her jaw. And
I did.
she knows you were there. Might be a little early for that.
I should probably take her to a doctor.
Or you can just kill her.
I could just kill her.
Does she deserve punishment?
I mean, probably.
She
will-
broke my heart.
Because
Well-
let's be real, the guy wasn't bitching at her for nothing.
Well, as Charlie said, you get to decide her backstory. You can decide that she deserves it.
What kind of person was she in the past? Does she deserve punishment? Probably, just not from me.
I mean, you don't have to ghoul her, right? But if you give her some of your blood, is that ghouling them already?
It's putting them on that track. That is one step to the blood bond. So she's probably going to come looking for more. It's like the first hit is free.
Okay, but no stains. Yes?
I'm checking the book.
You get stains if you ghoul an animal too, then? Is that as bad?
Animals are people too, Josh.
I mean, if they're gangrel or guru, sure.
Okay, you know what? I was wrong. Blood bonding a mortal is +1 stain. And by mortal, I'm pretty sure they mean human, so animals are probably gone. Embracing a mortal is +2 stains. So...
There you go.
No consequences for ghouling?
Well, if you blood bond her, you get a stain. Plus whatever if you violate a chronicle tenant. However, if you just give her 1-shot dose of blood, you will have to make a rouse check for that, but you will not incur a stain for that.
Okay, then yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. And I don't. Was she staying at his place, or does she have her own place nearby?
You don't know. You didn't even know she was in the city, most likely, because I did have Carlito mention her in your what do you call it, prelude. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna basically canonize it that she used to live in Mexico as well. And holy fuck, our we are hitting red on the stream. Hopefully we're not buffering too bad.
No.
She's just gonna be like, the last thing I remember is like, I didn't need your help, and then just your fist, just in slow motion.
And then
And
she
then-
has this unnameable lust for you.
A good punch.
If
Yeah.
X just randomly killed a furry in V5, would that have any consequences? Well, I consider furries people.
Okay, no, but in the norms of a just society.
Bam.
I would like to remind you that you have a furry friend,
Yeah, and he's the only one I tolerate.
and he's a cool guy.
Yeah. One of my favorite people in the entire world. But rainforest.
No, no bueno.
Well, see, if you take out rainforest, then you're just maintaining the norms of a just society.
Yeah.
I think
What
you
a
lose
fucking
stains for
shit
that.
show.
You've never killed a person, Yusuf? Really? You sure about that?
So what are you going to do with Veronica?
I don't want to take her to my house. So I got two options.
The truth is on fire.
I can take her to Fuego's gym.
I mean, you can.
That's probably what's gonna happen. Because I don't want this bitch coming around my house. I'm sure she's a nice person. I don't know. I might make her a nice person.
Well, it's up to you. She's your ex-lover. Did you bang a lot of shitty people? I banged some shitty people. That's not a reflection on you as a person. I just got in bad relationships.
I mean, Raphael probably wasn't too selective in his youth. But now he's got a kid. So he wants a good role model.
Kinda.
I mean, he has a kid to take care of. So yeah, I'm gonna take her to the gym.
Okay.
And
Start
also
heading
get
for
her-
That sounded like such a normal thing.
She's like, I knocked you out. I guess I have to take you to the gym.
All right. How are you going to get there, by the way?
Like a potato, curry like a potato sack.
Free range children.
Well, it might be weird to take an Uber. And I have to pay the taxi driver extra to shut up.
You have a phone now? Huh?
How far is it to walk?
I'll tell you what. You can make it if you walk. It's probably not terribly distant. I will ask for an intelligence streetwise at a difficulty 3 to avoid any witnesses seeing you carry a limp woman through the street.
Hey,
Like, she's just drunk,
I'll
guys.
give her blood. She's not that bad.
Like, she's just drunk, guys. Don't worry about it.
2 successes, so no.
You can spend a point of willpower to re-roll those middle two. You're at 1 hunger right now.
Yeah, might as well. I get them every fucking. Yay, 1 more.
Okay. Good enough. So you have to do it kind of surreptitiously. There's a lot of waiting in shadows, a lot of listening for passersby. At one point, you're even kind of pressed up against a brick wall while this cop car goes rolling lazily by. But eventually, you do make it to El Fuego's gym. And now comes the part that we've all been fucking dreading. Anabelle, hey gal, I guess technically I have to give you a turn.
Alright, Adam. Knock him dead, buddy.
Well,
Wait,
that's what my senpai's for. Knock him dead.
So you've still got about an hour before the Succubus Club opens properly. You are actively cutting into your photo shoot time, which Aiden's probably not too happy about. You gotta make sure this one's good.
And is there like any I guess fashion store nearby? Anything like that?
What the hell's a fashion store, Adam?
I don't know. What I'm at a fashion, Forever 21 or something something to that effect.
Is there
A
a
mall.
way into the Discord via the app? I mean, there should be, but I don't know enough about Discord to tell you one way or the other.
I mean, what you can do is install the Discord app, go to one of our videos on your YouTube app, click the link there, it'll take you to your Discord app.
Tom,
Yeah.
What?
I fucking love you and I praise you, and I am ashamed that I didn't think of that myself. Fucking all of the fist bumps, buddy. You are awesome.
That is how I do. I do the IT.
Is the Russian Mendes?
I think I'm the dumb member of CAFCON. Like Josh's Twitter handle. Josh has a Twitter now. It is all like this fancy ass like neo Latin. Tom comes up with problem solving on the spot. I just kind of I make up stories in my head, and people kind of like me for it. Are
You
there
edit.
any like upscale clothing stores? I think is what you're asking for.
Yeah.
Considering that we are in Toreador territory, it's almost a guarantee.
Then I'll go to one of those.
Okay. How about a percentile roll, Adam, please?
Is it D100?
Huh?
Is that alright?
Yeah.
Okay.
We already confirmed that at that point you guys are buying fursuits and playing Werewolf the Apocalypse.
I'm
Man,
sorry,
if that
fucking
gets us to play werewolf, I might do it.
We're playing Werewolf next. Trust me, I've got a lot of ideas for Werewolf. There's gonna be a lot of Werewolf. Just bear with me. Werewolf and Demon. Werewolf, Demon, Vampire is probably gonna be our big three. So, I remember when they were kickstarting the Mind's Eye Theater Werewolf the Apocalypse, and there's this one picture of this dude full out Krynos form, basically in a werewolf fursuit. And I will never say this about another fursuit in my life, but that guy looked fucking awesome. Like, I don't know if it was the photographer or if he just had a high quality fursuit, but that was just a kick-ass looking fucking picture, and I've never been able to find it again.
Some fursuits are really fucking cool.
Well, I don't like to admit those to be fursuits. Those are cosplays at that point. If it becomes cool, it's cosplay. Otherwise, it's a fursuit.
I would have to sink some like major money into it, but I would not mind like going to Gen Con one year in like a full blown Get a Fenris Arun, like with stilts and shit. I think that'd be pretty amazing. I'd have to.
Oh, and a swastika.
Okay,
Depends on your depending on the meta plot that you choose. They've killed their Nazis already, so I can avoid that.
Why in a moo?
Is that a decent price? I said, Xavier.
$150 a month? Yeah. For just me though.
But 200 gets Adam that iconic Burt Reynolds pose. You know the one.
Adam, how'd you do on your percentile roll?
You get a 7.
A 7.
Yes.
Good shit. So this particular boutique, we shall call it Angelique's. Angelique still happens to be open. The light on the store still floods the Art Deco mannequins. I don't know what an Art Deco mannequin would look like, but it's your problem now, you imagine it.
Is your imagination? Yeah.
Bathes the Art Deco mannequins sort of in these lovely hues. Yes, the light. This is Super Toreador. The lights that frame the windows that circle the outside of Angelique's. They're not a regular white light. There are blues and reds and purples, and they sort of highlight these pieces, these outfits, with a pseudo-urban glare reminiscent of neon and club lights and the modern haute couture.
I'll never understand the mannequins that are like made with nipples.
It's so you can know what they'll look like in case you get the stiff nips.
Tom will reenact Sonic fanfiction. Define reenact.
Nothing personal, kid. Teleports behind you.
These are they're just being on list for a new Patreon gold chest.
Patreon goals. You play dress up with Capcom.
I mean, hey, if you guys want those added to the goals, I'll fucking add them.
Okay, now. Hang on.
Whoa.
Things went from 0 to 100 real fucking quick.
So what do you do Anabelle Ahegao, as you arrive at Angelique's.
Is there anyone in the store besides, I guess, the person who works there?
So you enter, and you are immediately approached by a saleswoman, and her outfit is business casual up top. That as your eye travels down her figure, it sort of morphs from this very blazer-inspired piece into what looks like a chiffon tutu, and sort of shaped into a poodle skirt that hangs about her knees. And she cocks her head towards you with a bun sort of tied right about there at the nape of her neck. Welcome to Angelique's. What can I help you find today?
Looking for something dashing and glamorous?
What are you dressed as right now?
I forgot what it was last week. Oh yeah, it was Cinder from Ruby. There we go.
Well, what are you now?
I didn't go home to change it, but if my costume's changing, I guess I don't know.
What level of dexterity does Anabelle have?
3.
Really? Only 3?
I could be persuaded to let you buy
With
it.
all
Might
those
change
hand
specialty.
jobs.
It's just tech, man. It's the camera status.
She sort of looks you up and down. Darling, I don't think your wardrobe needs dashing. I think your wardrobe needs life support. Come.
Ooh.
Like, oh no, you didn't.
Cooler.
I can just dominate. It's easier.
No, Gooler, and then
who
leave
the
her
fuck is Ed?
forever.
Oh, I okay. She'll sort of take you over to these row of mannequins posed in ways that you're pretty sure human bodies don't bend this way.
Oh man, I know what poses these are.
The JoJo poses.
And she'll sort of wave her hand down this mannequin that is wearing what looks like it could be a cocktail dress. But the cocktail dress is actually like different segments of strips of cloth that wrap around the body and then sort of hang free off of one side in differing shades of blue, lined with what looks like these elegant silver chains. Here we have a premier cocktail piece for the party, an original Donna Gilles Laurent, $250.
Like,
Only $250?
it's just a piece of toilet paper wrapped. No, so, man, idea for cosplay? Writing it down? Mental notes? But, is there anyone, like, in the dressing rooms that I guess, like, anybody, like, waiting in the dressing rooms at all?
You know what's funny? I was, so there's this channel I love called Internet Historian, and he's awesome, and he did a story time of My Immortal, and I was actually wondering, like, what that would be like to have that for an Imaginarium, but I don't blame you, man. That story will make you cringe so hard you'll taste the back of your throat. It is currently 8 o'clock. This place probably closes in less than an hour.
I'm one of those people.
There's not... The only people here right now are your sales attendant, who is wearing a name tag. Let's say her name is Gigi, and there is some sort of impeccably dressed, effeminate man with one of those, like, faux hawk coiffes attending the register up front.
What the fuck did you call me? You're welcome, Daestra. That's what I'm here for. That's how the Tom do.
Exploring the Animal Titties channel. There's a lot to explore.
Like, I mean, have her tell her, can you help me try it on? Put it on?
Or
I would
help
ask
me
if you have
take
any
it
ability
off.
to dress yourself, but I suppose not. Come, let's go.
No, stab her.
No,
I
I'm
was gonna
thinking.
say now she clocks her.
With my true strength, I'm like, oh, sorry.
She'll travel to the back for a moment, sort of mutter something catty to the effeminate gentleman up front, bring out a duplicate on a hanger, and follow you to the dressing room.
Okay. I guess I go to the dressing room then.
And
then
hand it to you as you step inside. Exactly what sort of assistance were you asking for?
could you just help put it on? It seems
Given the
difficult.
absurd nature of this clothing, that's not as weird a request as it sounds. So she'll turn it, and she'll begin demonstrating how you unlatch the silver chains on the side. And then you, undo a zipper, and behind the zipper is, 4 buttons that finally, open the cocktail dress via the side, and she will extend it to you.
I guess I'm out instead of the cashier guy, I assume.
Well, I mean, yeah. So, we'll say she sort of takes you down this, little side hallway. There are 3 dressing rooms lined up.
One of them has a glory hole.
The walls are decorated with impossibly photoshopped models whose necks and waists and arms are just a little too thin and strays into uncomfortable, uncanny valley territory. But they never show their face. It's always a shot from the side or the back.
They're all just slices of pizza. We know this.
Always looking away. Always their features bathed in the shadow. Perhaps the photographer is commenting on human nature or the twin nature of the human soul. Maybe he's just pretentious.
Shut the fuck up. That's my fucking commentary.
That's how I know I did it good.
Tom's like, Tom the art man. Like, shut the fuck up.
I think I'm the only one in CavCon that has studied art.
Yeah.
I think
Fucking
so.
modern art.
Well, I guess
Well, I mean,
if you count literature as art, yes.
I mean, what's the word am I looking for? Quick, Josh, give me a good word.
You have a professional education regarding the
There
arts?
you go.
Yes, I would agree. All right, so
I'll put it all the way on, and then I'll look into her eyes, and I'll just ask. I'll give me like.
she sort of looks you up and down. Well, you're a little scrawny, but I suppose I've seen worse. And she'll make eye contact with you with one of those head cocks.
And then I'll use dominate, and then say follow to her.
Is this compel?
Yeah. Yes.
Follow. Wait.
Follow.
Follow me. Wait.
Okay. So she's immortal and she is unprepared, and I don't believe there's any sort of rouse check involved. Shut the fuck up, phone.
I heard it.
I know, everybody heard it. Yep, free. So you can see the withering haughtiness leave her eyes as she just sort of goes blank. Her cocky half smirk falls to the side.
Oh man.
Just
that's
robotically, she sort of stiffens and looks at you, waiting like a lemming.
Is there like an employee door in the back, or like a
bad.
I guess a back exit?
Room?
Yeah, like in the stock room with the back exit.
There's probably like a fire exit, but you would have to be worried about setting off the alarm.
Set a fire.
They don't have like a back door for stalking or whatever.
Yeah, like a back door for.
Like an employees only thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. An employee, like an
I
employee,
suppose
like
it stands to reason that they might have like a small loading dock or something. So sure.
I'll just look for a way out over there.
Okay.
So you're gonna steal the dress.
Yeah, it's $250. And it fits it. And I need an attire for my shoot.
I guess that'd be a very Toreador thing. Is like, you failed me. Is like, I come back with a better outfit, and I succeeded, kind of.
All right. And you begin to abscond with her back to the Succubus Club.
Yep.
All right, back to Kalishnikov. So Kalishnikov, and when we last left you, you were in the upper level of Survivor Sports Bar, inspecting the array of detritus before you. And basically all evidence points to having housed a squatter here. You see there's like an electric fan, there's an extension cord bumped up in one corner. As I said, just beer cans, the stench of stale alcohol, broken wood, bird crap in a whole bunch of places. Maybe rodent droppings.
Well, I'm looking for a vampire, so they're probably in the basement. Well, yeah. Okay, I'll go downstairs then. Or I'll go through the door.
Okay.
The door.
Are you attempting to be quiet as you open the door?
Yes.
Okay. Give me a Dex Stealth. And
Dex stealth.
Diff 2.
Good. Div 2. Does my break-in specialty help?
All day.
What does specialties do again?
Extra dice.
Extra die. Oh. Okay. I did it.
All right. So as you open the door, the scent of the stale alcohol and piss just sort of vanishes. It is drowned out by the smell of blood. Strong blood. Vampire blood. Your hunger is not quite high enough for that stench to affect you, but it does sort of...
Thanks, tutorial message.
It does sort of make you whatever the vampire equivalent of licking your lips is. It sort of rouses the beast just ever so slightly. It's not a smell of fresh blood either. This has been here for a while, probably shut up and left to permeate the room.
Ah, you like your blood aged.
There's
Mhm.
also
We all were about to say the same joke.
behind the stench of blood, there's a sharp tang in the air, and it smells like ash.
Bird ash.
As you descend the stairs, composure awareness, please.
That would be a funny twist.
That's a shame. I only have alertness.
That would be a neat fucking trick in this edition, Tom.
That'd be funny if all the anarchs in Baltimore didn't actually get run out by the gangrel. It was just a mistake encounter with Byrick Ash.
I mean, he's technically anarch, kinda. He's anarch aligned. No, he's definitely his own thing.
What do they call it? An autarchus?
Yeah. Byrick Ash would be considered a Tarkus. Or unbound. But the classical word for what he is a Tarkus.
Alright, difficulty.
2 as well.
Okay. Okay. How does the hunger die work again? Does one have to succeed and one? How it do?
So your hunger dice just replace
Yeah.
your regular dice. Now,
Yeah, I know, but if one comes up a 10 and nothing else is a 10, I can't remember how that works.
Nothing happens. The only time hunger dice will kick in is if one 10 is on a hunger dice and then you have another 10, which is messy critical, or you have no successes whatsoever and 1's on the hunger dice, which might be a bestial failure or a compulsion. But yeah, unless there's multiple 10s or your hunger dice come up 1s, you have nothing to worry about. They're just regular dice.
Okay, then I got 2 successes.
2 successes. So you descend the stairs. And as you get down to the bar proper, you can tell this whole place has been completely tumbled. There are, like, tables have been broken, thrown to the side, shattered. There's pieces of wood hither, tither, and yon. There are great giant blood spatters coating the wall. There is a thin but perceptible layer of ash that coats the floor and congeals in piles in the corners and around different pieces of broken shit. And with your 2 successes on your composure awareness, you can hear what sounds like breathing.
Breathing? So it's not a vampire in here. Is that still a thing? Do vampires still not breathe?
Yes.
It's not that we don't breathe, it's that we don't need to breathe.
We
Yeah,
forget.
We
that-
still
breathe.
smell.
That's actually a good distinction. You don't need to breathe, so it's
Yeah,
not like
no.
you can suffocate. You might breathe just out of habit, and you still have your sense of smell, so you can will yourself to inhale if you want, but you no longer need oxygen.
That feels so fucking weird when you wake up from the embrace, just like I'm not breathing.
Well, you might out of habit, or you might not. It's different. I assume after a while you just kind of realize, oh hey, I'm breathing, I don't need to, and stop.
I don't know if that's a habit. That's instinct.
Well, yes, you were right. Whatever, that is a more correct terminology, but my point still stands.
Red Ranger.
Xavier's already a sexy Red Ranger.
Okay,
Well,
are we
we-
doing pop culture icons or like actual celebrities? Those are different.
Sexy Stan Lee.
Too soon.
If Shadman didn't want to do sexy Stanley, no one should.
Okay, that's fair enough.
What about what's his name? Sexy Stephen Hawking.
Oh, gloves are off on that one. Anyway, where's the breathing sound coming from?
So as you quietly make your way over the field of detritus, you peek behind the bar, and there is this shabbily dressed, older-looking homeless man that's just sort of like cuddled up with a threadbare blanket.
Okay. Anything else?
Well, you asked where the breathing was coming from.
Oh, okay, fair play.
Well, in this theoretical calendar, Chaz, would you like to be sexy Gary Gygax?
I don't know, like maybe you have you've got the beard going on. I feel like if anybody could be sexy Gygax, it'd have to be Adam. I could be sexy Frank Menser.
Well, what did Frank Menser do?
D&D Basic.
Oh.
He was friends
So-
with Gygax.
So what else?
What about sexy Matt Mercer? And we just asked Matt Mercer.
Well, that's not fair. That's cheating. We have to do the cosplay.
Well, we can buy the cat.
Oh, okay. I recognize him now that I see a picture of him. Frank Manser. Who's going to be the sexy creator of Vampire the Masquerade? His name
Sexy
is
Mark Rein-Hagen.
Here we go. Who's going to be sexy Mark Rein-Hagen?
Tom's the only one that's.
What's he look like?
That's a tough one. He is a man of some rotunditude. He is mostly bald, glasses, and when I met him at Gen Con, he had a bit of a lazy eye.
Oh no, I feel like we're stuck now with the sexy nerd icons of tabletop RPGs.
Yeah, we're really pigeonholing ourselves.
I mean, we can do different calendars, different years. I feel like this would be something so obscure you could only sell it at Gen Con.
If you want to plan
Or
out,
our Etsy page.
if you want to plan out our calendars and like figure out the logistics of it, come to us, pitch it to us.
He does have a mustache, doesn't he, Higgins?
Adam, you might have to be sexy Mark Rein-Hagen.
We'll do different themes every year.
Can you
Anyway,
imagine
what are you doing in this bar?
Well, I want to.
Okay. Oh.
Glad we distinguished not sexy. We're not vegans.
That's funny.
Well, what are the doors are there in this bar besides the front door and the one I came out of?
There's the rear exit that you see, and that's about it.
Implying Mark Rein-Hagen isn't already.
Well, we had Bob still. We could do that.
You're right, let me ask him.
So there's just. So the blood is caked on already.
Yeah, it's dried. Looks like maybe months ago, and there's still just piles of shit scattered all around the floor.
So there's a raid here.
But are you a Giovanni?
I am not a Giovanni. I'm not into that tag.
I think he said raid, R-A-I-D. Yes, that does stand to reason.
And then that means there was.
You gotta punch a hole in the floorboards.
I was thinking, but there's this homeless guy who's fucking asleep.
Well, just do what everybody else has been doing and punch him in the face. It's the thing to do this session.
Alright, Bob didn't answer, so I couldn't ask him.
Well, I think Adam could pull off sexy Mark Rein-Hagen. You just might have to trim your beard a little bit, Adam.
I can't do that. I look weird last time.
Well.
Well, Josh, you're gonna have to be sexy Neil deGrasse Tyson.
He already has the photos of him when he was in college, though, when he was like a buff wrestler.
Good night, honey. Thanks for showing up. We appreciate you.
The calendar idea.
I think she's saying to give the homeless man a good night kiss before he
not that she's
locks his
leaving.
lights out.
Oh, okay. I saw what Mazzy wrote, and I guess we both misunderstood.
No. I could choke him out.
What's up, baby?
Does Kalishnikov nerve pinch him?
No. Because that's not how that works.
What? Why do you have that? Why did you work on that?
What?
This episode should be tagged Fisted Wars.
Discord is just the best.
I look forward to the Daestra memes in the Discord now. Okay, I could feed on him, and I'm assuming that's why he's here. I, as the player, assume that.
Maybe.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll feed on him.
Okay. He is not a communist sympathizer. So if you want to feed outside of
Oh
your...
fuck, that's right. I'm a venture. I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
You
Yeah.
can. In V5, you can do that. It costs 1 willpower point. Because he's going to taste like shit.
Or, alternatively, you can try to convince him to be a communist sympathizer and then feed on him.
Do you see why you are in this position you are in?
It is the capitalist pigs that have put you here.
Join me. Join us.
What? Oh yeah, I really see what you're going with. Ow! Ah! What a dumb
It's
fucking...
not your blood. It's our blood.
We are red on the inside. What a dumb feeding habit.
Is it worse or better than the trapdoor spider?
Well, that was just fun. I should get the... Oh yeah, we get willpower, all our willpower back at the end of the session. Yeah, I'll fucking spend it. Fuck it.
It's not all of it. It is equal to the highest of composure or resolve. It's still a good chunk. Okay,
Yeah, you
so...
can spend 1 and not care.
Alright,
I've already spent 1 before.
so you mark off a willpower, you reach down, bite this guy, and
I mark
it
up a
just...
willpower.
Like, the blood flowing into your mouth just tastes like raw sewage and vinegar. It's fucking awful. It is disgusting. And through force of will, through your GRU training and, you know, just making the best of a bad situation and, you know, growing up in... Where did Cosmic say you would be from? Treblinka?
Sure.
I don't remember. Growing up back in Russia... You force it down. As nasty as it fucking is, you force it down, and you can go down to 1 hunger.
It is just like home cooking.
Unless you want to kill this guy, then you can wipe off the last hunger completely and be hunger free for the rest of the night until you fail a rouse check.
Nah, not yet.
Okay.
But I think that... Should he be out for a while from that?
Yes, he's effectively KO'd at this point.
KO. Perfect. Alright, well then... I'm gonna, like, tap my foot around the building, looking for anything hollow.
Okay. Can I have a wits investigation roll, please?
I have that. What diff?
2.
2? Okay. I got it.
Okay. So
By 1 more.
you tap your foot around, tap, 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 tap. You spend a couple of minutes searching, occasionally moving some piles of shit out of the way. You don't find an underground chamber of any kind, but as you're moving stuff around to check the floor, you do find 3 items that seem to be of interest that maybe were discarded in the fracas, or lost, or maybe this homeless guy just shuffled them around or something. You find a state ID for a 22-year-old woman by the name of Christine Jefferson. You find a butterfly knife with a highly stylized, ornate cobra winding around the handle that sort of bifurcates down the center when you flip the blade. And you find what looks to be
$2 million.
it looks like maybe a handmade bracelet, like the actual beads are made of some kind of clay. They're a little rough, they're not quite perfectly round. It is flecked with...
It's Raphael's testicle bracelet.
It's flecked with these stray bits of what might be spray paint, red, blue, green, different colors. Doesn't look like it was deliberate.
This is not colors of Russia.
And dangling from the bracelet, in sharp contrast from the rough-hewn clay beads, is a silver heart-shaped locket. And inside the locket is a picture of two women. One, a rather plain-looking Hispanic girl, about college age. And next to her, a skinny-looking Caucasian, about the same age, with this powder blue swoop hanging down from underneath the hood of her hoodie. Everything else is broken wood and garbage.
I assume I don't recognize the people in the photos.
You yourself do not.
Well,
Doesn't
I
mean
guess
somebody else wouldn't.
I'm gonna pocket the things then, and make my way out the way I came in.
So you go back to the roof and jump out the window and wooden board back onto the roof?
Well, I can't wooden board back onto the roof. That doesn't work that way.
Fuck it. We
Can't,
throw physics out
the
the
wood
window.
is very flexible.
Yeah.
Unless I'm like wedging and catapulting myself.
Whatever you want to do, buddy.
I was just gonna jump out the window.
Okay, you jump out the window, land gracefully like cat.
Like Russian cat. Meow.
What is Kalishnikov's goal at this point?
Well, I need to figure out who knows what happened here. And that would be these people in the photos, or who owned this knife. But first, I need to find out who these people in the photos are, who owned this knife.
You also have the ID. Just
Yeah, I'm saying photos.
Okay, gotcha.
The photos ID. Meow, meow. Now, I can't really call on my contact for this. Maybe someone from the Coterie knows. I guess I'll go to the gym now.
Okay.
This is gonna get weird.
With that, we return to El Fuego. El Fuego, you were heading back to Spanish Town.
Yes.
What is your trajectory? What is your goal? Where are you going?
Well, Fuego's goal was basically to try to quickly scope out the back alleyways and just the general rougher parts of Spanish Town to see if anything suspicious is going on, knowing that the murders have been happening here.
I mean, if you deliberately want to look for something suspicious like Raphael was doing, we could make a roll for it. But right now, more or less, everything is that very pregnant sort of calm, where it almost builds up an anticipation for the storm yet to come.
Something is working its way up. I do not like where it is going. Well, Fuego's gonna head back to his gym and try to make a phone call.
Okay. You head back to the gym. Who would you like to call?
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
There is a wraith in my gym.
That's just
Well,
Morpheus,
there's one
dude.
to be.
How much to get Dan Aykroyd in on this?
Hey, you could look at the camera and ask Dan Aykroyd to be in a video before he dies. That'll probably give him another month or two.
Everybody is a.
Everybody we love dies.
Yeah. Isn't it great?
Or you can ask Christina V to be in a video and it'll happen automatically. Probably don't even have to ask. Just think about it real hard.
Yeah, I probably fucking do.
Well, Fuego's gonna call Kalishnikov.
Okay. Kalishnikov?
One of my phones rings with the American national anthem.
Wait, do you separate your phones by country?
No, they're all the American national anthem, so I'm not suspicious.
Wait, oh, so you don't have the hat dance for Raphael and Fuego?
What kind of racist do you take me for?
A Russian racist? Yeah.
I mean, considering you're the guy that flushed the Tetris theme to summon a Nosferatu, if anything, I would just think Kalishnikov would be musically inclined.
He does like the opera.
All right. The quiet night is interrupted by the American national anthem.
Just go. Is it the Jimi Hendrix version for some reason?
I'm
Is
sure
that
he
still
wouldn't
the
know. It all sounds the same to him.
He's got Moon Man ringtones.
Oh no!
Yeah, well, Fuego's waiting for somebody to pick up.
I'll answer.
But Fuego's like, hello, is this the Kalishnikov?
No, bye.
That is the response I would have expected.
Perhaps.
It is El Fuego.
Da.
I know you were also looking for the Anarchs, and I was wondering if you've heard anything else about them.
I have photos to show.
Well, then I suppose I will meet you at my gym.
Da.
I guess El Fuego's gonna hang up and wait then, probably doing a couple of practice rounds in the gym.
You don't have to wait long. A few minutes after you finish your phone call, you see that there's a figure outside.
El
I
Fuego's
throw
gonna
away
check
that
the
phone
door.
behind you.
At this point, Raphael is approaching the door of the gym. How are you holding this unconscious woman with a broken jaw?
With a jaw.
By the
jaw.
jaw.
Like.
Tone jaw.
I'm probably carrying her in my arms, as efficient as it would be to just sling her over my shoulder. Want to go bowling?
Like Raphael, this is an unexpected surprise.
I would be like, hey. 'Cause
Is
how
there-
long have I been carrying her?
Well, I assume, like I said, it's a lot of starting and stopping, a lot of subterfuge, a lot of sneaking, a lot of hiding. So, it's probably been picking her up and putting her down and stuffing her in an out-of-the-way pool of shadow.
But it's El Fuego's job to lift things up and put them down.
Like, is
Fuego's
there a
just
reason?
Iron Tiger this whole time.
I was like, Fuego!
Is there a reason you have brought an unconscious woman to my gym?
Why have you not brought two?
I accidentally knocked your ass out.
Does El Fuego have any medicine?
He probably has painkillers and stuff in one of the old gym lockers.
No, I mean the stat medicine.
Oh, the stat. No.
He has
Alright,
the
El
devil's
Fuego's-
lettuce.
El Fuego's willing to try to set the jawbone.
You obviously do recognize that she is quite busted up.
Quick, Alfredo Gooler.
Like you can see that there's a pool of a bruise spreading, and her jaw is just a little bit askew. Quite
I'm
lovely
looking.
otherwise.
Have you already given her some of the blood?
I thought I did.
Did you want to?
Yeah.
Rouse check.
What's just one, right?
Yep.
Is that point where Raphael's like, oh, I should have done that, yeah.
3.
Okay, so you're actually going to be at hunger 2 again.
Yay.
You bite into your wrist, and you can basically feel the precious blood that you just filled leak out of your body into her mouth. El Fuego, you want to set the jaw so it doesn't heal fucked up?
Oh, I can try.
All right, intelligence medicine. And since you don't have any medicine, that's just going to be intelligence.
I got a 10.
Woo!
Okay, seriously, oh no, that's the old one. But still, that reminds me, I gotta reset the Google password. Anyway, so you're like, I think this is what Pepe the medic used to do, and you grab the jaw, crack.
I'm
and
like, I've seen this before.
stirs a little bit, but you kind of work the jaw out, and it looks like everything's in place again.
On a side note, Flip, I have a favor.
You have a what?
A favor to ask.
What is the favor you wish to ask? Other than me setting this woman's job. I did a good job, by the way. I've never done this before. Completely by memory.
I should do this more often.
My nephew wants to come to one of your shows.
At this point-
No problem.
At this point, I would like to remind you that El Fuego has his next match is scheduled for this Saturday.
Yes.
Ah, yes, and the night after, I have to go to a quinceañera.
Yeah. When was my church thing? Or was that canceled when the church burned down?
From what Sister Mary Constanta said before she kind of fucked off into the night, she would find a way to reach out to you as to the new location of the congregation.
That's right.
So it is apparently still on. So Sunday night, which I guess would technically be Monday morning at that point. Well,
Hmm.
Sunday at like 2 in the morning.
Alright.
You know, you gotta wait for the midnight mass people to clear out, and then well, it's not really at a church anymore, so she can do whatever she wants. But scheduled for Sunday at 2.
Very.
Pacific time.
You were asking for a favor, Raphael.
Oh yeah, already asked him.
Yeah, I told him it's no problem. He can bring his nephew.
Okay. At this point, fuck it. Why draw it out anymore? Kalishnikov, you arrive at the gym. Are you going to surreptitiously make an entrance again?
As always.
All right, give me dex stealth.
Armand's alfalfa.
I enter through the locker.
You know what? Fuck it. No rolls. A locker opens up and Kalishnikov comes out.
Just kind of looking like I need to check my gym security.
He just hands you the fucking security box.
He's flawed.
Get dog instead.
Good Siberian Husky.
Most reliable.
Not like those fascist German shepherds.
Hey man, Sadie was the only one with confirmed kills.
That dog killed so many cats.
Yeah, like I was told you had some pictures to show me, Kalishnikov.
Perhaps you know and I'll show, or I'll like hand him both the driver's license, right?
It's technically a
Oh,
Maryland
photo
state
ID.
ID, but
Yeah, the ID and the bracelet.
you look at the people in the pictures and they don't look like anybody you recognize.
Daestra, Samael is an archangel. Thank you very much.
Isn't he a fallen angel?
Sometimes he's not.
It really just fucking depends.
But an archangel nonetheless.
Because the fucking writers can't decide with the continuity.
I have launched my pencil somewhere.
Well,
Yeah,
White Wolf was.
Huh?
Oh, well, Daestra said Kane's Kush. And I was like, White Wolf is trying to expand the kind of stuff they're marketing. They're doing a makeup line. There's no reason they can't get into the medical marijuana game with Kane's Kush. Good night, Anai.
You
night,
won't
honey.
see me.
I
Wait, we're doing the HLC Saturday?
Yeah, we'll do game night afterwards.
Wait,
I
we're gonna do
may
game
or-
night after HLC? Oh.
I
Okay.
may or may not be able to show up to that, but we'll discuss that after this.
Okay.
Oh, damn, cookies and down.
like cookies. Yeah, I'm good. They changed everything. It's a,
No, I will tell
Wouldn't have
Kalisha.
been nice if
I
I could
do not
run quick.
recognize the people in these photos. I'm
Oh, what?
afraid I am not familiar with all of the anarchs in the city. However, these may be the anarchs I was not able to get in contact with.
Hmm.
I will point out that that is not the only clue you have.
Well, I mean, I also have the knife,
Mm-hmm.
and perhaps you know who this belongs to.
I will look at the knife.
What is Raphael doing as Klizhnikov is showing him stuff?
Is he admiring the Fuego's
just-
handiwork?
He's in the back eating a meat pie.
Is that a Sweeney Todd reference?
I think you say that every third time I say that.
Maybe. I am not a well-rounded individual. I do weirdo things with my weirdo girlfriend.
holding hands.
I love you too, baby. Got the otaku is Raven if there's anybody on Earth that still doesn't know.
Too lewd.
I mean, I guess I'm just I'll listen in on them. But I'll just kind of say, is your mouth okay? What that mouth do?
If you want, I can make that mouth sing.
It's alright. I mean, a doctor could have done it better, but between that and the vampire blood, it'll probably heal up alright.
It will set itself.
Does El Fuego have any politics?
We went through this last time. No, I do not.
Killing me, Josh. Alright, give me intelligence streetwise then. Raphael.
Yes.
If you wish, I will allow you to make intelligence politics or intelligence streetwise.
3 successes.
3 successes? The knife rings a bell. You haven't,
Yes, but I'm asking who owned it.
you haven't seen it before, but because it's so distinctive, you heard about it. Maybe in passing, or, meeting the Primogen or one of the other few Bruja around the city. You're pretty certain that this knife belongs to a Bruja named Carter. You're damn certain you've never met Carter before, but you've heard of this knife. You've heard somebody, oh yeah, Carter had this nice knife, you should have seen it, or something like that.
Carter just had this dope-ass knife. You know, you're like, "Have you seen my knife?"
That-
And then you do a bunch of flippy tricks with it.
That's his defining characteristic.
Hey, he could be doing lighter tricks.
He's
At
a
least
little
it's
trick.
knife tricks and not pen tricks.
It's actually not. I have fleshed this character out. I'm not gonna say tremendously, but quite a bit. So it is not. But it
Oh
is
man,
just-
did he come out of the blue?
Huh?
Look at the chat.
Oh, the Aaron Carter reference. I'm behind. I'm reading the chat on OBS, so I get it. I get it like a minute after everybody else.
Oh, man, it's not a knife taped to a nunchuck. That'd be Randy Sensei.
It's like electrical tape too.
So awful.
That would be like a scotch tape. Just like
I got 2 successes on my roll.
Okay. 2 successes, then you've heard of the knife as well. You've heard of Carter. I'm trying very hard not to say Carver, because Carver is a prolific character in LA by Night. And I'm trying
Yeah,
to
he's the
differentiate-
peanut butter guy, right?
Why am I 3 times?
He's actually Talesian Jaffe. And Talesian Jaffe, you know,
Hello.
I'm not as big of a fan of him as some other people in the vampire community, but he played a pretty cool character. And I have to give him props on that.
I will tell Kalishnikov about the knife. This belongs
Hold
to a...
With your 3rd success,
Ooh.
you know a little bit more than Raphael does. You've heard in passing that Carter's sire is neither Anarch nor Camarilla. He considers himself an Unbound. But he sort of...
What are those? What's the official term?
I guess you would call him an Autarchus.
Oh, okay.
But since he doesn't really tend to be terribly disruptive, the factions more or less leave him alone.
Damn it, Daestra.
I will relay the information to Kalishnikov. I will tell him this knife, I heard that it belongs to a Bruja by the name of Carter. His sire is known as a Unbound, one of the Autarchis.
Name?
I do not know the sire's name. I only know the name of the man. His name is Carter, as I said.
Carter.
I hear he always used to love talking about that sweet knife of his. It's the only reason I know his name.
If you were to go to another Bruja who's perhaps been around the city longer, you might get more information. But that is as much as you yourself.
I really hope he's just like everybody knows him because he's just that annoying guy who keeps like, hey, you want to see my cool knife tricks?
I could see it.
He's going to be returning his sweet knife to do sweet knife tricks.
He's a broken man right now. He doesn't have his knife.
So you started a shipping debate, my love. Well, okay, Bob and I are already off the table. That ship has sailed. So who else? The viewers want to know.
You heard it, people. Chaz X Bob is a set thing. You cannot get rid of that.
I mean, she's already drawn fucking fan hentai of it, so.
I mean, I already take you in.
Oh, me and Xavier. Oh.
Is that a thing? Is vape tricks a thing?
Yes.
That is. Oh my god.
With the smokes in the board.
I'm worst off knowing that that's a thing. What I ask?
No, I will also tell Kalishnikov. It'll be like, perhaps if you talk to one of the Bruja, was the guy I met a Bruja, or did he say he was?
Yes.
The Anarch I met?
Julius was a Bruja. Also, with your intelligence streetwise rolls, I will give you one for free. That bracelet absolutely looks like Toreador bullshit. I didn't do that on purpose, by the way. It just happens that there were Bruja and Toreador in the Coterie, and I didn't think of it when I laid the clues.
But perhaps if I got in contact with the man you met earlier, he might be able to tell you something about where you gotta find this Carter or his sire.
Then best to have it arranged.
And then I turned to
I do believe Julius gave you a number to his burner phone.
Yes, he did. And then I would look at Raphael and I'd be like, I believe you also had a favor to ask me. El Fuego is feeling generous today.
El Fuego is just.
Oh no, he asked me. He asked me for his nephew.
Yeah.
Well, ask him again. Alfredo forgot. Alfredo was not paying attention.
Hey, Gothi Otaku, do you accept commissions? Well, I'm reading it for the benefit of our lovely listeners on SoundCloud and iTunes. I love every one of you. I totally put money down on an Xavier X Adam picture. I might be willing to chip in.
You guys are contributing to pure Fujoshi behavior.
And you're feeding it too? Fuck us.
God damn it.
I'm gonna go ahead and call Julie.
Okay. Phone rings a couple times. Huh.
Duh.
Didn't expect to hear you again so soon. What's up? Something happened?
Ah, yes. You remember my strange Russian friend,
Tell
yes?
your friends not to knock my food or she's like finish.
They do what they please. I can't tell them anything. Yeah, kind of hard to forget the guy that comes out of nowhere.
Ah, yes. Well, he just came out of one of my lockers. I don't understand how he does it. That is not important. However, he seems to have found something belonging to a man named Carter, and I was wondering if you could...
Carter.
See.
His demeanor changed instantly. Carter, what the fuck do you want with Carter?
Well, I do not know much about him, however, it seems as though he found something that belongs to him.
He's one of April's gang. Fuck that guy.
Ah.
Who's April?
I assume April is part of the other Anarchs?
Look, the less you deal with April, the better. What about what? So you're looking for him to give back his shit?
Well, I suppose he is. I have nothing to do with this. I am simply helping a member of my Coterie.
Where is April?
That's after March.
That's when.
On the calendar.
Then where's the calendar?
On the wall!
It's in the sink!
Well, he is telling me he wishes to return a knife to him. I do not know if he means literally or figuratively. I think he might be wanting to stab this man.
Ooh. Interesting. Interesting. Would you give me, please, manipulation and subterfuge?
Manipulation, lying?
Manipulation, subterfuge, difficulty 3.
Oh boy, I can't do it then. I don't have any dots in manipulation. I mean, not in manipulation, I have none in subterfuge.
How about charisma?
Charisma? Then there is a slight possibility. Can I spend a willpower point?
You wouldn't...
How about manipulation performance?
I'll roll that willpower to roll that one dice again. And no.
Well, actually, I will accept Tom's suggestion of manipulation performance because as a wrestler, most wrestlers go into acting, and we all know it's fucking fake either way. I'm pretty sure Luchador is pretty spot on.
How?
You want me to just roll 3 more dice, or you want me to roll all 6?
Go ahead and roll 3 more.
Do I have to spend another willpower to use those then?
What?
I got 3 zeros.
Messy crit. I'd love to see a messy crit here.
Yes, you would have to spend a willpower if you want to reroll.
I'll do it. God damn. Okay, there are 3 successes.
Okay.
Gosh darn it.
All right. All right. I don't blame him. Listen. April's gang and my gang, we don't exactly hang out. I don't know where they're laying their heads these nights. I can tell you. I know Carter's cider. Shane, Reverend Carl Shane, at Dundalk's First Baptist.
What is that?
Which what one?
You know what?
Well, thank you. I will relay this to my amigo. No.
Yeah, well, just make sure your amigo twists the knife a couple times for us.
Oh, I'm sure he will do much more than that. Thank you, though. They were not able to tell me where this Carter is to give him back his sweet knife. However, he told me the name of his sire is a Reverend Shane at the Baptist Church.
Oh my god. I have to find a sire for a sire, a childer for a sire.
Sins of the father.
I
It's the
mean,
end of it all.
I put multiple paths before you. This is the one you happen now.
He tells me to hope that you stick the knife in deep and twist it a couple of times when you find this Carter. Apparently, he deserves it.
But why though?
I don't know. He just said their gangs do not get along. However, he also told me that the name of the gang this man belongs to is led by a woman named April. Abril.
Now, you would have originally heard that from Samantha A. or DJ Hackett, so that's not entirely news to you?
Yeah, but did she tell me she was a Toreador?
No. She told you
Okay.
April was gangrel.
Okay.
Which is interesting, because if you had chosen April first, then this whole ordeal would go much different. Again, didn't plan this.
I'm looking
And what-
for April.
What night is it supposed to be again, Chaz? Thursday?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to turn to Raphael then. I'm going to ask him, have you found anything else about this man that has been attacking people?
No. Was I supposed to?
No, I was just wondering if you found anything out. Things got a little loco after the bombing at the church. You wouldn't happen to think that perhaps they are killing people on purpose to try to draw us out, do you? Or perhaps this person that is killing these people has something to do with the Inquisition.
I'll just look up and just be like,
Like, also, how long is that woman going to be out? You hit her really hard.
on accident.
Anabelle.
Yes.
You walk this very hot couture young woman to
Her death.
basically.
All right, you got 7 minutes. I believe in you.
But it is soft for those 10 minutes, just like it. Like, I'm gonna go play Pokemon Go while I'm waiting.
No.
Oh my god. Like, here, you just hold my phone and play Pokemon Go for me.
As,
I mean, there's a raid going on right now. An EX raid.
as you walk this woman to Aiden, Aiden accepts her with a wide smile. Will withdraw a syringe of heroin, inject it into her veins under compulsion of presence, and offer you a taste.
Like, what are you gonna do?
You're not about this drug life, are you?
no matter about the drug life, but I want to be on his good side. Because,
I don't do business with people who do drugs with me.
yeah, well,
Legitimate thing that happens.
he also yelled at me earlier, so I'll take a little nibble. Yeah.
Okay.
Take a little nibble.
You just kind of like give little bundles.
Like,
Just stick a little Capri Sun straw in it.
yeah.
You partake. Aiden partakes. The photographer partakes. The photo shoot goes by in a blur. Sooner or later, it's an hour later, you're out on the street. I would like you to please, since you basically knew what was going to happen, I'm going to ask you to take 2 stains on your humanity track, unless somebody wishes to speak up for you.
Hell no.
Nah, he knew what he was doing.
I did it. I didn't know they were going to kill the old man. Gotta find a pencil.
So what happens is, you have your dots of humanity. What you're gonna do is from the rightmost box, you're gonna
Hey, hold on.
put 2 slashes. And it is midnight, so I will go ahead and end tonight's session there.
Ooh.
3 experience for everybody.
Yay.
Vote
Yay.
for the additional XP. And while you do, Adam is going to get to make the first degeneration roll of our V5 careers.
Ooh, Adam, you done fucked up. Anabelle, I go. Can't take the heat.
Yeah, I think
We're all monsters except you.
no.
Here's what you're going to do. You get a number of dice equal to the unmarked, unfilled dots on your humanity track. So you are at humanity 7, yes?
Yeah.
And you just filled in 2. You have 1 unmarked box. You're basically gonna roll 1d10. If it's a 6 and up, nothing happens. If you fail, you lose a humanity.
Yeah.
Yusuf, if you want the real answer, it would totally be Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh,
You got a 5.
that's a good choice.
It's just Alba.
The beast has won. You feel absolutely no remorse for what you did. You ended a human life. You got sustenance from it. It felt good. The beast doesn't care. And with that, your psyche and the beast overlap just a little bit more. You lose 1 point of humanity from your track, and you may erase all of your stains.
We have any stains?
The 2 stains you just got.
The ones in your pants.
Okay. They're called skid marks.
That's not what I was talking about.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And there are kidding us.
God damn it.
And for future reference, if anybody ever fills up their bar with stains, you always get at least 1 die.
Alright. Real talk, boys out there. Your girl's riding you. Make sure you take off your underwear first.
Who gets the extra XP? Chat, chip in as well.
Oh,
Billy Mays here.
Oh, man.
back from the dead.
Billy Mays is a solar exalted.
You know what? I'm not saying he could play the original El Fuego, but in the gritty reboot of El Fuego, I would pay some serious cash to see Danny Trejo do it.
Who gets the extra XP?
He's definitely a good actor.
No. I'm gonna have to give it to Kalishnikov for being quirky.
Being quirky.
I do not know what you mean.
Empty.
You just call it. You just call it the coffee.
Danny Trejo works for like $50.
Well, because El Fuego's also supposed to be like 6'6".
So you're gonna have to get fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime.
Maybe.
This is one of those scenarios.
Brock Lesnar.
I was gonna say this is one of those scenarios where like a UFC fighter makes their fucking theatrical debut. So I could see it being like Manny Pacquiao or something.
Manny Pacquiao's like 5'2".
There's fucking camera tricks, man. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Brock Lesnar's a big motherfucker.
I think he's like 6'9".
Yeah, but if Brock Lesnar plays a Hispanic dude, the internet's gonna bitch. Danny Trejo.
Well, when I originally wrote down the size stats, like his height and weight for El Fuego for when I played him in Pathfinder, I gave him the same ones as Halfdor Bjornsson, who's the guy that plays the Mountain in Game of Thrones. So he's around. He's around 6'9", like 370 pounds. So it probably would have to be either like a power lifter or like a bodybuilder or somebody like that.
Okay, so that is one vote for Klishnikov. Yusuf votes for Raphael just cause I feel like you can do better, Yusuf. I'm not fully thrilled with your reasoning, but I will honor it.
I also voted for Raphael for just going Streets of Rage on 2 people.
All right.
I would if he would have either ghouled or finished off both of them, but that didn't happen.
I understand.
You've been to X for doing what's it called? Equality. There you go.
Ooh.
Everybody gets punched in.
We're tied. We're tied. Who's it gonna be, Tom?
Everybody gets fist.
If John Rhys Davies wouldn't do the action scenes.
I vote for Adam for fucking up and becoming less like a human. Or like a cam whore.
That's what the fans want.
Raphael for getting that messy fisting.
I think that locks in X as extra XP.
Well, the chat can chime in anytime. Oh, Yusuf changed it to Anabelle.
Oh man.
Don't do this to me.
So no,
we are in a dead heat, chat. We need you to break it. If somebody doesn't vote, then nobody gets the extra XP. It's up to you.
Or Melinda can break it.
Melinda's part of the chat. Yeah, she can break it. You can still vote. It doesn't matter. That's not part of the rules.
Okay, I'll give it to Raphael then.
Why Raphael?
I don't know. Everyone else is saying all the cool stuff he did.
Raphael for all the cool stuff he did. Adam, you can get another point if you give Daestra your best Ahegao.
You didn't see it though.
I didn't see it. Do it again. I am the storyteller. I can veto XP. Best Ahegao.
I did it better the first time. Hold on. There you go.
What the fuck?
It's hard to do when you can't see yourself.
Yeah, that's fair.
You recall that this is being recorded.
That was his best Ahegao. All right.
He's going to shot, damn it.
You didn't try hard enough.
You need to hold it to the camera. Oh, yeah. See, she needs reference material for the drawing. That's why. Pay attention, babe.
He didn't try hard enough.
I don't want to be a
Okay, well, then you
try.
need to make an artistic depiction of what his Ahegao face should look like. Just pull a DSP. Daestra is telling you to whack off on camera.
How about we don't? That's a better idea.
And you
Anabelle
before
and
this?
Raphael are currently tied. Who hasn't voted yet? Mazzy? He went to bed. But who had the best night in your opinion, Mazzy?
Or who's your favorite cast member?
Ooh.
Yeah, just the night aside, who's your favorite? Who do you like the most? Who do you
Yes.
like tune in for? It's like, yes, they're on here. I'm excited.
Battle Royale.
I will give it 1 moment, or basically 1 minute, before I close the voting. And then, because of the rule I had to institute, because everybody wanted to constantly filibuster, if it ends in a tie, nobody gets the XP. X for punching. Huh?
All right, I'll take it.
Alright, Raphael Rosales, you get the extra XP tonight.
So I got the there for no reason then.
No, Adam, you did it for the camera.
For the memes.
Cam whore.
Alright, you wonderful, beautiful people. Thank you all.
Whoever does the best JoJo pose should win.
That's Tom.
Dude,
Of course, Tom.
I'm gonna
wins.
throw out my back.
I asked
Okay, old man.
Mazzy, I have a whole thing written for Anabelle. Now, if I do it right, it'll be pretty disturbing, and you would think I would know by now not to give that to Adam. But I too look forward to seeing where Anabelle goes. Anyway, you fantastic people, thank you all for watching. If you're here on Twitch, we super appreciate it because I know how difficult it can be to get out here for a live viewing. If you're watching on YouTube, I still appreciate it because you've been watching for 2 hours and 40 some odd minutes. You're awesome too. If you're listening on SoundCloud, we still appreciate it because you know what? You didn't get to see Adam's Ahegao. Watch it on YouTube to find out.
Wicked. Consider yourself fortunate.
Alright, check it out. If you're watching on Twitch, please follow. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe. If you're watching only on Twitch or only on SoundCloud, there's a lot of stuff you're not seeing, my dude. So you might want to check out the YouTube anyway. We have social media down below. Join our Discord. We post a lot of hentai on it. If you want to talk to me, my Twitter's down there. You want to talk to Tom, Tom's Twitter's down there that he never uses. Josh has a Twitter now that I have not had a chance to link. It is, what was it?
Just put his over mine.
At Phantanaut, Phantanaut. Oh yes, we have the power of typing. I forget that.
Phantom Astronaut?
All right. Well, if you're on SoundCloud, double fuck you. But there's Josh's and the.
Well, if you guys are watching on Crunchyroll, I don't know how you're doing that.
You know,
I forget
Adam,
what-
I believe you would try to get this on Crunchyroll.
We're putting it on VRV, but not Crunchyroll. We'd have to put subtitles in and make it dub it over in Japanese.
Discord is now shitpost central for Chow's mistake of inviting me, Daestra.
Daestra,
Not a
you can't
mistake.
possibly. Well, I don't know. I don't doubt you, but you'd have to beat the big iron meme war that's been happening.
Also, joke's on you. Chaz never goes there, so it doesn't matter.
Basically,
that's fair.
go to Twitter if you want to talk to Charlie or Josh. Go to Discord if you want to talk to me, your ex, or Josh.
I'll also be on Discord.
I'm also the guy that answers YouTube comments.
That too.
You can find me on Discord occasionally.
All right. Good night, you wonderful people. I hope everyone had a good time. We are out.
11 OP for this stream, Daestra?
Good night.
Right.